Good morning. I'm winter weather expert Jason Anderson of the WeatherOps team, here to offer you a northeast blizzard update for February the 8th, 2013, as of 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time today. Currently, to take a look at how this storm is developing, we really have two low pressure systems interacting at this time. Low pressure moving across the Great Lakes, right around Erie, PA right now, is going to move across New York and Pennsylvania this afternoon. And that low pressure is essentially going to decay and dissipate through the evening hours. This low pressure system is going to act as a catalyst to form a new low that is developing off the coast of North Carolina today that is going to rapidly develop and move to the north-northeast over the next 24 to 36 hours. This is known in meteorological terms as a classic nor'easter setup. A low-pressure system decays to the west but initiates development of a new coastal low over the Virginia, North Carolina coastline. This system typically bombs or rapidly strengthens and deepens off the shoreline, and with cold air and moisture allows for a major snowstorm, which is what's going to be occurring. This is an image provided to us from NASA in the last 30 minutes, and as you can see, this broad line here, stretching back into the Central Plains, is that low pressure system moving across the Great Lakes, as I mentioned. And here to the east, you see the developing low pressure system that's going to become our nor'easter that'll shoot to the north and northeast over the next 24 to 36 hours. This is a massive system right now. You have clouds stretching all the way back to Texas, across the Florida Panhandle, and right up the eastern seaboard, with clouds as far west as Oklahoma, Arkansas, and points northward. This is a very massive system. Current radar, you can see here to the west across Pennsylvania, New York, that low pressure moving across the Great Lakes, bringing snow to areas of Buffalo, Rochester, western PA, and western New York. Snowfall rates have been between about a half an inch to an inch on the hour lately this morning. This system will continue to move eastward and allow for snowfall across New York State and Pennsylvania until early Saturday morning. To the south here, you see our developing nor'easter. Right now in the New York City area, temperatures are 33 degrees in Central Park, 36 at Kennedy. Observations have been off and on through the morning. We've had some periods of light snow, light rain, and light mix. Most of this is light rain right now, but this is going to be changing over to all snow for the afternoon hours. In Boston, temperatures are currently about 33 degrees. Light snow is occurring, and that's just going to continue to increase through the day. Current watches and warnings. The pink you see is a winter storm warning. Most of these locations have winter storm warnings in effect anywhere from 6 a.m. tomorrow up till about midnight Saturday evening. The orange you see are blizzard warnings, and the others are various coastal advisories, coastal wind, or coastal flooding. As you can see, as I mentioned, this is a massive storm that's going to affect a very broad area of the United States today and tomorrow. This is an internal model we at WeatherOps use. This is called the NCAR WRAP. This is total accumulating snow from now through about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is about a 10-hour model. Now, as you can see here, you see developing snow across areas of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and eastern Massachusetts. So in the next 10 hours, we could see anywhere from about 8 to 12 inches of snow across this area. This is just the next 10 hours, but the heaviest snow from this system primarily expected mainly from about midnight Saturday through at least 3 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Because of this, we are going to expect very historic snowfall rates for many of these locations. The highest snowfall should occur across central Massachusetts, eastern Massachusetts, northern Rhode Island, and northeastern Connecticut. This is our forecast as of this hour. 3 to 6 inches total accumulation. This is mainly areas of eastern and central Pennsylvania and parts of far northern New York. Central New York and points eastward, we're looking at 6 to 12 inches of total accumulation. This looks into the coastal areas. New York City is going to be very close here, between a foot to maybe a little greater than a foot of snowfall. And then as you move into Connecticut and points to the northeast, you're talking a foot to 2 feet of total accumulation from this storm by the time the storm ends. And then in the white, this is areas of metro Boston, central Massachusetts, as far north as Concord, New Hampshire, and nearing almost Portland, Maine. We are talking inches of 24 to 36 inches total by the time this storm comes to an end. So that's a look at our official forecast. Now I'm going to take you through an hour-by-hour breakdown for the next 36 hours for the duration of this storm. So for the next 6 hours, essentially until sunset this evening, snowfall rates about half an inch to an inch of snow across parts of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and eastern Massachusetts. For the New York City metro area, Long Island, and very extreme, mainly coastal Connecticut, Rain will slowly change over to all snow by about 3 to 4 o'clock this afternoon. Maybe a very brief period of, say, some sleet, some freezing rain, nothing significant there. Winds will be gusting up to about 40 miles per hour for this region during that time. And then light snowfall about half an inch to an inch continuing across New York State, northern Pennsylvania, and northern New Jersey. This will continue until about just after midnight tonight. This will be mainly from the low pressure system moving across the Great Lakes that should dissipate across this region this evening. Going into Saturday morning, next 12 hours, snowfall rates will increase from to about 1 to 2 inches with some isolated areas of 3 inches per hour possible over very strong convective bands that will form over areas of mainly central and eastern Massachusetts and isolated areas of northeastern Connecticut and northern Rhode Island. Wind gusts will increase to 40 to 50 miles per hour across the New York City metro area and northern New Jersey. Snowfall rates there should remain around an inch per hour. Wind gusts will increase to 50 plus for eastern Long Island, southern Connecticut, and southeastern Massachusetts, with the highest gusts topping out even above 70 miles per hour. These will approach near hurricane force winds in some locations. This will allow for heavy coastal beach erosion due to these strong winds. Again, this will be mainly coastal Connecticut, Long Island, going up into about coastal Maine. Going into, say, Saturday afternoon, snowfall will be tapering off and ending across the New York City metro area, southern New York, and northern New Jersey, probably between 7 to 10 a.m., no later than noon. Heavy snow will continue across eastern and central Massachusetts, coastal New Hampshire, and southern to central Maine at about 1 to 2 inches per hour, maybe some isolated 3 inches until early morning. And wind gusts in these locations will probably start to subside a little bit to about an average of 40 to 50. Still could see some gusts above 60, though. For Saturday evening, snowfall should end across the Boston metro area and southern New Hampshire late Saturday afternoon just before sunset, I would guess between 3 to 6 p.m. Snowfall will continue across Maine until about midnight Saturday, so the duration of the snow should completely end for the northeast by about midnight tomorrow. However, winds are going to remain mainly very strong across most of the northeast through the evening hours into Sunday morning. You're talking average winds between 25 to 40 miles per hour, higher gusts possible mainly across areas of coastal Maine and maybe coastal New Hampshire with gusts above 50. Temperatures in these locations will drop to between 0 to 10 degrees overnight, and with these strong winds, we're talking wind chills between 0 to minus 10, even some isolated areas of minus 15 possible. It's going to be a very cold night behind this storm. WeatherOps will continue to follow this storm through the duration of the event. For further information, please keep an eye on our blog at www.weatherops.com. Our team will be providing forecast updates, changes if anything occurs in this storm, and also snowfall amounts as totals come in. If you or your organization would have a need for our services, either for this storm or in future, please contact Dax Cochran at the phone number and email address in front of you. And please feel free to also continue following us at Facebook and Twitter, where we'll be keeping you updated with further updates of this storm. Thank you very much for joining us.